If you like our content, consider supporting us on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/segabits.
Hello and welcome to Sega News Bits. I'm your host George, and with me is Barry.
Ahoy hoy.
And today we're going to be talking about our favorite Sega games of 2019. I think this is a popular thing that YouTubers do, right? We talk about our favorite time. So overall, 2019, what is your impression of Sega? Not just games, I'm saying like social media, how they've been carrying themselves. I know that they've been trying to like turn it around, right?
I think they stumbled a bit, but I think they caught their footing, and I think they made it to the road to 2020. I think they made good on a lot of their promises. And I say stumbled because there were signs of them going cheap on the Genesis Mini. There were signs of people saying, is Judgment a game that Sega should really be doing when they have Yakuza? There's Yakuza 7, which has like turn-based RPG. So there's a lot of weird things happening. Sonic had a racing game that is we can discuss that. It might be a favorite, might not. We'll see. But there's just a, you know what I mean. Like quality was good, but output was not up to 2018 standards, in my opinion.
I do think their social media, like the Sonic account, has been taking a kind of a step back, but I do like that they've still been continuing these Sonic Mania adventure episodes, and it's not something that they have to do, right? They've been doing it anyway, and I appreciate that, even though they like kind of tack on in the end like some weird game, like, oh, this is sponsoring the Team Racing game, but it's really a Sonic Mania cartoon.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want, really, right? I do like that. I hope they do more of that. I like more of them doing the animation aspects of it, because I think it hits better with the fan base than doing like getting YouTubers to do like jungle gyms or whatever. Like that I'm not watching that. I like more character-driven stuff, and I think these adventure, whatever, these Sonic Mania adventures, is the first time we actually see Sonic characters having consistent characterizations in even though they're silent. But okay,
Absolutely.
So let's talk about your favorite game of 2019.
Okay, so my favorite game of 2019 was, and people might get upset, but it was the Sega Genesis Mini. And you might say, oh, that's not a game, but let's be honest, a compilation can be my favorite game of, 2016. I like the 3D Classics Collection, so why can't I like this? This is a game by M2. It just happens to be in a plug-and-play system instead of on your PS3 or your Xbox or whatever. And I love it because they put so much attention to detail, not only in the hardware, but in the game itself. I love that you can switch the regions and play different versions. I love that they actually made like special box art, and they actually made brand new games actually for the thing. So it's just, there was a lot of love put into it. I think overall people really enjoyed the Sega Genesis Mini, and I thought it was such a fun thing for the company to do, both for their fans and I think for their staff too. I think to have some of these people who worked there for decades working on hardware again meant a lot to them, and you could see that in even the photos of people working on this, remember, in China. So yeah, I love the Sega Genesis Mini, and I am happy to call that a game
for 2019. Okay, I'll give you that. That's a good one, because they captured something really nice with that. They really did the whole like retro vibe. I really like some of the tweets they did for it. So good job for Sega. I picked Judgment because this is the first time we got a new IP. I guess you could say. I'm saying it in air quotes, right? New IP, because technically it's still built within the system of Yakuza, but this is the first time we got a brand new character, a brand new idea. And because like Binary Domain was in 2012, that's been a long time. So I'm just happy that they got to try something new. I do feel it's a little too Yakuza like most fans, but I think the story is a lot more serious on this, and the whole detective aspect of it really like elevates it above the Yakuza game. So definitely check it out if you love the Yakuza series. So that's my 2019 game. What is your runner-up game?
My runner-up is your favorite, Judgment. I thought Sega was risking a lot by doing a spin-off game to the Yakuza franchise that wasn't a spin-off. It kind of I felt echoes of Binary Domain at the time, where I'm like, do you guys really want to do this? But I grew to really like the characters, really like the gameplay. It's a different game from Yakuza, and I think Yakuza 7, once that comes, is going to again prove that it's a different game, but it's still enjoyable. I think people are going to like that too. What was your runner-up?
I was going to say the runner-up, but I also wanted to add that it also has a dub, which is great because I have friends that like refuse to read, especially when there's so much writing like Yakuza games. So it's nice to have an option and have more people that are, I guess some fans will comment and say are dum-dums, but I don't care. I mean, if that's what it takes, I'm glad Sega did it. Thank you. And my runner-up is Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. I got this game on the Nintendo Switch, and I feel like I love these games. I don't know. It's something about them. I hate them and I love them, right? This whole like, oh, just one more floor. Let me just check what's in that box. Oh, let me check what's here. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm a gambler, right? It's my gambling habit. But like I just play rogue games, right? Because that's what rogue games are. You're always like, can I die can I die in this next map and start all over? It could happen. Anything could happen. And it just itches my addiction for gambling without losing money and just playing a game. And I'm glad to have Toe Jam and Earl back. I'm glad to see the account back and having Johnson finally release this product that we talked about in a podcast before this.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to have an old Sega game back. So that's cool. And that's why I put it as a runner-up.
Good picks.
And let us know in the comments below what your favorite Sega game of 2019 is. Were you disappointed with Sega this year? What do you want them to improve for 2020? Let us know in the comments below. And like always, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.